It doesn't have to be a bad day, though I am not great. Even though he left me undelivered the night of our date. My buddy is single and he is not doing well. But we'll all feel better at the ringing of our church bell. Father Tucker's gonna open the lines and listen to our stories. He is gonna share his greatest advice. To him we give glory. Doesn't matter if you've been cheated on 14 times, he will forgive you for all your simping crimes. Father Tucker's gonna open the lines and listen to our stories. We're the down bad patrollees. It doesn't have to be a bad day if they turn you down. If you shoot your shot, Father, and we will be so proud. Just no incels, incest, weird shit with your pets, killing spiders, starting fires, sounding 50 at recess. No baking in the chat, no fedora hats, don't let your day walk all over you like you are a doormat. No co-leaders, we are great secret keepers. Father will do his best to stop you from being a people pleaser. Come in and have a good time, call him up and get in line. After Father, we all pine communion, but without the wine, we promise it will be just fine, cause he is the divine. This is your sign to join the Down Bad Hotline. Father Tucker's gonna open the lines and listen to our stories. He is gonna share his greatest advice. To him we give glory. Doesn't matter if you've been cheated on 14 times, he will forgive you for all your simping crimes. Father Tucker's gonna open the lines and listen to our stories. We're the Down Bad Patrollees. Our Father who art in Chicago, bestie be thy name. It doesn't have to be a bad day, though I am not great. Even though he left me undelivered the night of our date. My buddy is single and he is not doing well. But we'll all feel better at the ringing of our church bell. Father Tucker's gonna open the lines and listen to our stories. He is gonna share his greatest advice. To him we give glory. Doesn't matter if you've been cheated on 14 times, he will forgive you for all your simping crimes. Father Tucker's gonna open the lines and listen to our stories. We're the Down Bad Patrollees.
Hello guys, how we doing? I'm wearing the old priest outfit. Not to say that is loud worship music. We're not worshiping that hard, let's take it easy. Wearing the old one because I couldn't find the little neck thing. So here we are. But it's not too hot today, so I'm not going to be sweating through this pup. Plus it's a little bit more classy. Oh, Gwen, we got to take your name down. We didn't win this time. Make it really tiny. Shoo. You'll never see it. It's gone. No one knows what that is. No. It's gone forever. The song is surprisingly not that bad. Well, that's because Bobby wrote it. Bobby's one of our mods, and Bobby's a super talented musician. And if you're a long-time viewer of the show, which you're not because you're a first-time chatter, that has a bunch of references to a bunch of early calls we had. Do you have the jorts on? No. I have green shorts that are invisible. That's funny. Wow, that matches up super well. Oh Lord, he thick. Damn straight, brother. Uh-huh. Forgive me, Father, I have simped. We have merch that says that. Do you guys want to see the merch? I just got a whole haul of it. You guys excited for the fucking merch? You better buy the goddamn merch. I got a good designer for it. And it's dope as shit. Does anyone want to see the merch? I want to see at least 5 yeses before I get up and run. Hey, man, just popping in to say thank you for the raid on Friday. No problem, dog. Chick Summer VODs. Love the positivity you spread. Much love, man. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Easton, okay. I'll go get the... You wait right here. Thank you for the sub. I appreciate that. That's a real sub. That's not even a prime sub. Goddamn, give me 1 second. All right, Jesus. There's a lot of different things here, alright? So, there's the t-shirt, which is so sick. On the front, it has like a little down bad hotline number. And on the back, it has this design. It's got my face. You've got questions, we've got answers. It's like one of them flyers you see at the supermarket. And at the bottom, it has this long thing that says... Need relationship advice? Questioning a big life decision? Are you down bad? Call now and spill the beans. Here to listen, laugh, and help us to get through life. Get it off your chest. Let's come together and talk about what's going on. The Gregorian chants rip. It's a great time. Here to help. Let's chat. So we got that. And then we have these shorts that have kind of the same design. They're green, so it's not going to show up well. But these are like super comfy. We also have red ones with just like our old down bad logo on them. Kind of like backwoods. I think that's sick. We have that in a hoodie version as well. Same thing. But this is on the front. And it has that whole thing, which is tight. And then we have this design, which is a little bit more subdued. Life is pain. Forgive me, Father, for I have simped. With the down bad logo. And it comes in a bunch of different colors too, but I'm not opening up the bags because I have a cat right now and I don't want the hair to get all over the shit I'm going to send out to people. So there we go. Father, can I call in? I have a down bad story. Yeah, sure, definitely. Do not. Hey! The cat immediately runs over to it. Cut the shit. No, hey! Stop it. I want the hoodie. I'm not sure. I don't know how much the prices are. This is a little out of my league. But I do know it's real, and it's going to come out soon. I got to take some promotion pics of me wearing it. But yeah. Isn't that sick? Alright, let's open up the lines. I'm already a little late as it is. Because I had to show off the moich. Also, did anyone else sub? I don't think so. Easton, I hope I'm saying that right because it's so far away. Thank you for the sub. If you think about subbing, might I suggest subscribing to the Patreon? It goes more directly towards me, and there's a lot of benefits you get for it. Can you relax, kitty? What are you eating? Stop it! Stop it! Stop! Stop! Okay, bitch. The lines are now open. Mice kissing. Yes, I know. I know my fucking mustache looks like mice kissing. I keep reposting the video. You don't gotta tell me. I understand it looks like that. Alright? Cat's being a little crackhead.
Call from
James.
James, how we doing?
How's it going?
Good, thanks. What can I do for you?
So, I don't know if you remember me, but I was the guy who got hit by a truck.
Right, how you doing, bud?
Physical therapy took a turn. I got another surgery scheduled in 2 weeks.
Oh, well, at least they know what's wrong with you.
It doesn't sound like it, but they're like, well, we're going to cut into you.
Open you up, see what's going on.
Yeah. So I did call her back.
Good.
She pretty much just like took a hammer to like what was remaining of my feelings, but
well, in what sense?
So just like, this is what's going on, I need some time, blah blah blah, and she was just like interjecting, was just like, yeah, that's just never gonna happen, pretty much, I guess. And I was just like, okay, that's fine. I was like, I need to take some time and like process this and blah 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 blah.
Well, you got closure.
I took, yeah, it's been 2 weeks. I'm doing better about it. I mean, I had the first interaction sitting in the back of my mind this whole time.
Yeah. I mean, that's gonna happen. No blame there. But
Yeah.
you gave the call back. She was looking for it. You just got to talk some shit out. But it was better than just having this cloud hanging over your head. You know what I mean? Of misinformation and not knowing. What's the word for that? Not knowing? Ignorance?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yes. And it can be, but it's also hell. Okay, ignorance isn't the word, because you know you didn't know. That's not ignorance. Ignorance is not knowing that you don't know. I don't know. I'm not a wordsmith, but I'm telling you, where you're at right now is better than it could have been. I mean, you're obviously hurting physically, but the mental is going to get a lot better a lot quicker because you got all this information.
Yeah, the closure's definitely helping.
Yeah. And plus, you know, I'm not going to give you the PBS Kids puzzle piece for everybody, but that's kind of the case. Like, it's good to look at that, whereas, like, that wasn't going to happen regardless. It just didn't work out. Women are selected. That's how it should be. But now the paths are open. Path least traveled, the path most traveled, whatever you got to do, but you can focus on other things at the moment.
Thank you, Father. I just wanted to call and give you an update.
No problem. I'm happy you're kind of doing better, but in terms of the surgery...
I was doing great, and then a physical therapist fucked up, and now there's a big issue.
Well, I'm 90% sure you're going to be okay. Just focus on getting better. Sit there and tell your body to heal. That's what my mom used to tell me.
I'm ready for him to just take the fucking leg.
Do not let them take your leg.
I'm ready to just give it up.
Don't give up your leg. Your leg's important.
They keep telling me that.
Yeah, and I'm going to reiterate. Don't give up your leg. All right?
Thank you, Father.
No problem. Bless your heart.
Have a good one.
Going through it. Camille! 4 months. You're a maniac. Yes, you are. Jesus Christ. Hello, Father. Hello, Devon. Greetings from Belgium. Holy shit. Where would you recommend finding girls? I'm 16. I don't fucking know, dude. Around?
Call from
Chase.
Chase, how we doing?
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's
I don't know
poppin'?
if you remember me or not.
You know, names come and go. What did you talk about?
You talk about a girl. I mentioned, I told you, we talked about how you worked HVAC and because I'm a pipe fitter and whatnot.
Right.
It's
Okay,
like
yeah.
So that same day, I think we talked about because I wanted to know why, what was going on. And I wanted to know if I should ask her or not. And I tried calling in again that day,
Didn't
but
get
there's
in.
some stuff going on.
Give me 1 second. This cat is fucking up my merch. 1 second. Good lord.
Yeah, you're cool.
Stop it. Stop. Stop. All right. Go ahead.
All right, so I tried calling in with the news on what she said and why she broke up with me, right?
Right.
So she goes, it was because of my car. She told me it was because of my car. She was embarrassed to be in my car. And so, like, me, I could give two shits about my car. Like, I own nice bikes. I can go buy a new car. Not to brag, I can go buy a new car if I wanted to, but I daily my bikes. My car just sits for the days it rains, right?
Right.
So I don't need a nice car. Not to say I don't keep it, keep it nice. I keep it clean. It's not that old of a car either. And she was like, yeah, it's because of your car. I was too embarrassed to ride in your car, and I need someone who has a nice car. I was like, well, that's fine. I mean, I guess it's a good thing that,
She told you
broke
now.
off with me. Yeah. I was like, kind of a good thing that you broke off with me because that shit don't fly with me. I was like, it really doesn't bother me.
That's
I was
fucking-
more mad at what she said to me.
I mean, be mad that people like that exist. Like, Jesus Christ. Like, where do you live? In rural, urban?
Illinois. We're like in the middle of nowhere, Illinois.
That's what I'm saying. Like, say like you got like a city boy. Like, yeah, maybe having a nice car who gives a shit? Like, who is she? You're in the middle of whatever. I don't know all this fucking cities in Illinois, but you're in rural Illinois. What do you need? A fucking F-150 2022? Like, suck me off. Like, get the fuck out of here. That's a ridiculous notion.
I know. I told her, I was like, I was like, because I went and paid cash for a brand new bike. I was like, listen, I bought a brand new bike. I'm not buying a new car right now. So I'm sorry if that wasn't good. If you're embarrassed about that, but I mean, it pissed me off.
I could see, like, that would piss me off, not because, like I said, you're in the same boat as me. Like, I'm not getting a fucking new car, but, like, I feel bad for the next person who has to deal with you. It's something I've told someone before
Yeah.
to their face. It was just like, that sucks that you have this mentality, and when you're 70 years old living with a husband who treats you like shit because he had shiny cars, I'll be happy for you. I'll be happy for you in that moment.
Yeah, and it really, like I said, it really didn't bother me. No, I've already talking to someone else, so I mean, I moved on from that one quick.
But you know what's funny is, like, there's this guy on TikTok right now, Andrew Tate, whatever the fuck that dude's name is. Do you know what I'm talking about? That, like, British.
Yeah.
And you gotta get the nice cars, and you gotta have, like, you gotta treat women like shit because you have the money. When you have the money, you can treat women like shit, and it's just like, it's cool. It's crazy how that does work because you're in a microcosm of humanity. Like, that girl's in that microcosm where, like, I need a guy with a nice car. I need a guy who's going to support me with a lot of money and lavish things. And that's, like, a different species of human. And, like, they all congregate and they live like that. And that's how they think life is. But then for the rest of us, we're just looking for love, looking for a dope person to spend the rest of our lives with. We all just, like, oh, go back to those fucking idiots. Like, get the fuck out of here. It's so crazy.
Yeah.
I would say that's at most 10% of the population. But they think that's how life works. And then these poor kids who are, like, 15, 16, they hop on TikTok, they see that, they think they have to fucking do that. You don't have to do that. You're, like I said, you're already talking to another girl. You got your bikes. You got your lifestyle. Fuck that chick. Fuck that car. Oh, I get the car's fine. But fuck someone who thinks you need to get a better car. All right?
Awesome, man. Have a good one with that.
You too.
Thank you, man.
Have a good one, man.
Have a good day.
You don't need shiny shit. Yeah, that Tate guy, he's fucking annoying. He's so annoying. I'm afraid this cat's gonna attack my green screen. He's eyeing me down. Tucker, you sound very well educated. That's a huge misread, bud. I don't read books.
Call from. To accept, press 1. To send a voicemail.
Hello?
Oh my God.
Welcome. What's your name?
Hey, Dad. There's just one issue.
Okay.
No, I wasn't even watching the stream. I just called like twice for fun.
All right.
I didn't know you were streaming. How's it going?
Do you have anything to say?
Uh,
You don't have to make something up. It's fine.
Actually, I have a question.
Sure.
I can ask the question.
Sure. Go ahead.
So, would you say, in your opinion,
Right.
do you think it might be morally wrong for an 18-year-old to date a 15-year-old?
Yes.
Okay. Now, I'm asking because I'm like really confused. As what happened to me was, I became friends with someone, but we started hanging out a bunch, and because of that, because we hung out a bunch, and one is male, one is female, people automatically assume that they can't just be friends.
Right.
And everyone just, assumed that we started dating. And I had to spend a month or so telling everyone that's not the case. It
Yeah.
was really annoying.
How'd you end up hanging out with a 15-year-old?
It was through a mutual friend.
Okay. As long as you didn't go to a fucking, as long as you didn't go scooping. Is 15, that's a freshman in high school or sophomore?
Yeah, I have no idea.
Regardless. Just, not a good look. If you're just friends, it's fine. But morally, I have a problem with that. I don't think it's, in terms of, the age difference, I don't mind, how many years is that? I'm not going to math. 15, 16, 17, 18, 3 years. 3 years is fine, once you've leveled out. But the mentality of a 15-year-old, in terms of the mentality of an 18-year-old, in terms of dating, nah, no bueno. But say you flip the genders, completely fine by me. I'm sexist in that sense that if a guy's going after an 18-year-old, whatever, dude, get your bag. But if a girl, a girl can be manipulated because she's still figuring shit out and shit like that. But yeah, At the end of the day, as long as you're not dating her, I don't give a hell. Don't give a shoot. Don't give a shit.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm trying to be best friends with their father.
Well,
Just saying.
that's fine. Maybe focus on the. I mean, you're about to go to college, so focus on the boys right now. But whatever. Yeah.
College, imagine, couldn't be me.
Whatever. Hometown. You're about to spend. You're about to explode into life. So things are gonna change soon.
All right. I feel like I'm acting like a totally different person. It's probably because I woke up 10 minutes ago, but this is the same person that called not long ago, maybe like a week or two.
About what?
I addressed myself as Sam.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, have a good day, Sam.
Yeah, well, you too, Dad.
Okay. Bless your heart. Wait, so you're saying a man can't be manipulated at 15? No, I can. But I'm saying if the man is cheating. Or not cheating, chasing. I didn't mean to say cheating. If a man's chasing a girl who's 18, whatever. It's different. It's completely different. If the guy's not comfortable and he's getting manipulated, that's different. But if a guy's going after a girl who's 18, completely fine by me. Completely fine.
Call from.
Hello, it's Jack.
Hello, Jack. It's Tucker. What can I do for you?
I kid you not, this is my 69th time calling you.
69th?
Yes, 69th.
Goddamn. All right. Well, welcome in.
No, not like today. Not like when you start your stream. Like,
Oh, okay.
yeah, that would be crazy. But I have a story that did not end up well.
All
in
right.
the end.
I'm here for it.
So, I'm in year 7, and I kind of changed schools a lot, and I'm
Hold on.
summer.
I'm American.
So-
Year 7, is that 7th grade?
Yes.
I know you guys do it differently, though, because how do you count it? How old are you? Just say how old are you?
I'm 13 years old.
13. Okay, that's fine. All right, go ahead.
I live in the States, but
Then why
I
are
didn't
you
use-
why are you using British terms? Call it 7th grade. Come on now.
sorry. Okay. So yeah, this is like 2nd, 3rd week of school, and so this is during lunch, and I don't pack my lunch because it's free here. You get free lunch. That's amazing.
Yep.
So, I get my spicy chicken sandwich like usual, and I sit down, and for whatever reason, a girl approaches me, and they ask me for my snap. And so, I give it to her, and then she leaves. So that's pretty good so far, right?
I'm suspicious, but yeah. What happened? Why would he bait me like that? Hold on, I'm gonna call this kid back. I don't even remember his number. He called me 69 times. Bro fucked up tremendously. I don't know what his number was. Bro.
Call from. Allie.
Allie, how you doing?
Hi. So my ex-boyfriend called in a few days ago, and I wanted to give my side of the story because you told him to text me, and we were talking about it, and he explained it very badly.
Okay, who is the guy?
His name was Andrew.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember him.
No, I just posted a TikTok about a dude named Marcus doing the same exact thing, and I was so nervous that I just made this so public. But okay, I don't remember Andrew, but okay, continue. Because
Okay.
maybe when you start
So-
explaining, I'll start remembering.
Okay, so back in March 2021, I had recently just broken up with this guy of like 7 months, so like not too long, but he was my first boyfriend. I was very in love with him. And so, sorry, I'm very nervous. Anyways, so we broke up, and then I added Andrew on Snap. And we were talking for a little bit, and in my mind, I was like, oh, I like him, but really, I was just using him as my ex, which is so bad of me and so wrong.
Okay.
And we dated for like 3 days. And I told him, I was like, sorry, dog. I don't like you like that. I'm sorry. And so we stopped talking for a little bit. And then I think it was June or August, we started talking again. And he likes to have some fun a lot and drink some like older juice stuff, you know what I'm saying? And so whenever he does that, he always ends up calling me or FaceTiming me and is like, Allie, I'm in love with you, usually. And so that happened in August. I just kind of like brushed it off. It was fine. We were friends. And then, so in February, I started dating this guy who did some very bad things to me. And when I told Andrew what he did to me, he was very upset. And then he was like, Allie, I'm in love with you. And I thought he meant like friendly love, like I'm here for you and all this. So I didn't really think of it as anything. And then I just remembered Andrew's watching, so this is awkward. Anyways, we break up in May. And the day we broke up, I text him and I'm like, can you please come over? And I didn't mean anything like flirting. I just needed someone there for me, and Andrew was really all I had, like the only friend I had. And so he comes over. We were just hanging out. We're walking around the neighborhood. It was fine. And then at the very end, like right before he went home, we were sitting on the couch. We stand up, and he's like, "Can I hug you?" Or I said that. And so we hug for like 7 minutes, and I start crying in his arms.
Aww.
And I actually got mascara on his hoodie. Sorry, Andrew. Anyways, so I start crying in his arms, and then I feel like I'm like, oh, I like him. But like, and then I was like, wait, maybe I don't like him? It was very confusing. Anyways, so whenever I feel like that, I start getting distant from people. So I start getting kind of distant. And then we hang out again. I don't remember when, but it was fine. It was fun. I accidentally kneed him in the face. And then we were swimming, and then I was like, do you need like a bag for like your bathing suit? Because it was wet. And he was like, yeah. So we go into my kitchen, and then I get him a bag, and then we kind of just stare at each other and hug, and then we pull away for a second, and then
Then you kiss?
And then, yeah.
All right.
And then we pull away again, and then like, so we just stare at each other, and then we both kind of are like, oh, we shouldn't have done that.
Oh, I remember that call, because he said yeah. But then then you went back into it.
Yeah, and then we kissed again, and then we hugged again for like a long time, and then he left, and I felt like a terrible person because I was like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. And so I did some no things to myself. And thank you for how you explained it when he was on the thing. That was pretty good how you explained why I did that. And so he thought I did that because of him, but it was not because of him. It's because of what I did.
Right.
I felt like stuff, which I did. And so I told my best friend because I was like, I need help. And she told him, which kind of upset about, but it's fine. And then so he stopped talking to me. He was like, we need to stop talking. I'm sorry. And so we just stopped talking for like 3 weeks. And then he calls you, and then you tell him to text me. So we're friends again. We're best friends again. We're besties.
Good.
So thank you. I appreciate you.
No problem. But I want to give you some advice, all right?
Okay.
So, at your age, have you ever seen the movie, what's that movie? The movie with all the emotions and like everyone's...
Inside Out.
Inside Out. Let's picture it like that. I'm not treating you like a kid, but I just think it's a good analogy.
Okay.
Like,
okay.
You're a baby and you're just in this little inside out room and there's like a board with 5,000 different colored lights. And all those are your different emotions, right? And as you get older, you're like, okay, that's what that one is, and that's what that one is, but I still don't know what all these are, and da-da-da-da. And as you get older, like, once you hit, like, 40, you're pretty good with all the lights. You're like, okay, I got this down, I got that down. Maybe that one's a little iffy, but I pretty much know all the lights. And you don't know all your lights yet, and that's fine. I still don't know all my lights. But it's important to remember, like, Because, like I said, like, you kissed him and you sped him down a spiral, and, like, you dated him for 3 days and it sent him down a spiral. I'm not blaming you. You just don't, like, you don't know how you feel. And like you said, once you start, like, the light board's going off, you know what the fuck you're doing, so you pull back. And that can be confusing to a kid like that. So it's just good to be aware that, like, maybe you don't know everything that's going on, but to just check yourself real quick, try and get inventory on the situation, and then make a decision. Because moving impulsively can hurt other people as well as yourself. So just take the time, and over time you'll realize it gets better and better, but really focus on that, and you'll be a step ahead of everyone else in your life.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
No problem. All right. I appreciate you giving your side of the story. I thought you were going to be real mean for some reason. You weren't. You were very sweet, and you were saying that, you know, he's a good kid and you're good friends right now. So I was worried because he was in the chat, and I was going to have to be like, if you're going to start being mean, I was going to shut you up. I was just going to be like, we don't do that here. Sorry. Like, we're not talking beef. I was like, is this going to be a good TikTok clip?
Sorry.
It was terrible. I was thinking for money. It was terrible. But regardless, I'm glad you're both doing well now. Maybe he'll call in again, and I'll tell him to check his emotions, but as long, like, talk it out next time, figure out where you are, and things will be happy, smooth sailing for the rest of the time. All right?
I appreciate you.
No problem. Bless your heart.
Thank you.
Bye. There we go. That's cathartic. Andrew. Huh? She was dope. The good ending. Yes. I really thought that was going to go so south. Father Tug really being a smart cookie today. Damn straight.
Call from
Owen.
0-9. What up, bud?
Oh, hey. I wasn't expecting to get in. I'm watching the stream right now for the first time.
Well, how did you find me? TikTok?
Yeah.
Word. What can I do for you, bud?
So, there's a girl I like, and I'm, like, kind of good friends with her. I've known her for, like, a year now.
Right.
But, I don't know. I've never been on a date. I've never dated anyone. And I'm just confused as shit.
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 15.
Okay. I mean, this is when you should be, if you knew what you were doing at this age, I'd be concerned. Like, this is when you should be stupid about girls. And there's a million movies about it. There's a million people talking about it. Like, you're just going to be throwing stuff at the wall and seeing what sticks. And you're going to make mistakes, but that's not a reason not to do it. There's always a million reasons not to do something. But in terms of getting going, I can give you some advice if that's what you're looking for.
Yeah, that'd be great.
All right, so what's your main form of communication with this person?
We talk at school a lot, but now that's over, we just kind of text, and that's mainly it, texting, yeah.
All right, well, if we're kind of starting in the dark in terms of, like, you like her a lot, but you don't know how she feels about you, right?
Yeah.
All right, so the main method is, and I've said this a million times, and I know you're new to the show, but it's trial and error by little baby steps. So in the sense of you have her number or in person, she comes into school one day and she did her hair a little different, be like, wow, Megan, whatever her name is, your hair looks really good today. And then see how she responds to that. You didn't do anything wrong, and you're being genuine. But just see how she responds to that. If she's like, thanks, maybe pull back. If she's like, oh my God, thank you, that's more positive. And then over time, you do these little steps, and you build a profile of how she feels about you. And then you can make an educated guess whether to go for it or not. But so we got that down. And then in terms of going for it, you're a little confused about that too, right?
Yeah.
So especially at your age, but at any age, unless you're a machismo, beautiful, Brad Pitt, rich motherfucker that any girl would want you, most men aren't wanted. So you got to go into it knowing you might lose, but go into it knowing that you're being stupid, because you're stupid. It's stupid to think that any girl would want you, but here's hoping they would. So don't go into it trying to be smooth. Don't put your hand on the wall, because you're not that. You're not a smooth kid. Maybe you are, but I'm...
Yeah, I'm not.
Okay, yeah.
I'm a goofy person.
Exactly. Play into that. Play into your strengths. Whenever I used to hit on girls, it would always just be like, hey, this is ridiculous, right? Like, this is... what? Like, there's no premise. It's just, hey, listen, I think you're really cute. I thought I would not kill myself. I would really beat myself up if I didn't at least take a shot at you. I just think you're great, and I would like to get you know you better, take you out sometime. And that has had an insane success rate, just being open and honest and being nervous and just owning up to what you're doing. That's the best way to do it, because cheesy pickup lines work in bars if you're just looking for any chance of a girl. But if there's a cute girl, just be honest. Say, hey, I really like you. And if she shoots you down, she wasn't the one in the first place, so don't worry about it.
Okay.
Okay?
Thank you.
No problem, bud. I wish you the best of luck. Life's going to be pretty scary for a little bit, but you'll figure it out, all right?
All right. Have a great day.
You too. Bless your heart. Texting her is a good sign. He only said a little bit, though, so he might just have her number from a group project, and who knows. I didn't want to pry into that too much. How many times do people usually state their name before getting through? Almost all of them. I try and get their names.
Call from
Tyler.
Tyler.
Yo, what's up?
What's poppin', son? What can I do for you?
All right, so I got this story. It was me in 6th grade, I think, and my teacher, it was her idea that, like, she would send the girls to the bathroom first and then boys. And I took that as my opportunity to ask this girl out. And what ended up happening was I grabbed a Sharpie thinking it was an expo marker, sat down at this girl's desk, and wrote, "Will you go out with me?" in Sharpie on her desk. To which my teacher responded with sending me to the principal's office with a picture of the desk, and I had to explain to the principal and my parents why I destroyed a desk to ask this girl out. And of course she said no. And I have been thinking about that day ever since.
How old are you?
It's just been. Right now I'm 17.
Dude, the worst part about that is there's a forever piece of history floating out there of a desk with a missed shot on it. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And I drew like a heart and everything, like signed my name in cursive. Like it was bad.
Bro, well, what did your parents say?
They were just beyond mad. Like it was to the point of I'm not mad, I'm disappointed.
Bro, my dad at least would be like, dude, shoot your shot. My dad would be like, whatever. I mean, my
parents are those parents who are like, we are strictly against dating, but in my head I was like, that doesn't matter. I'm gonna just keep doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't think, you shouldn't be shooting for, you're 17 now, but back then you're not trying to get laid, you're just trying to have a girlfriend that you can hold hands with and give a little smooch on the cheek.
Exactly.
Like, it's not that big of a deal. Not to say anyone's parents are wrong, listen to your parents, but at the end of the day, kids will be kids. They're going to date, it shouldn't be the main focus, but it's going to happen. But I am so sorry that your memorabilia of your past failures is floating out there somewhere, and I just want you to...
And what's worse, I didn't get to keep it.
The desk?
I didn't get to keep it, which was the worst part.
People used to call me napkin lover in middle school because one time I forgot my homework, and I just said fuck it, and I wrote my homework on a napkin, and I gave it to the teacher, and she was beyond pissed. And I don't know if she's still doing it to this day, but it definitely was while I was in high school. This was 3rd grade. She still has the napkin in her fucking desk where she shows people what not to do. And I feel like that desk has been used multiple times by teachers at that school to, 1, make fun of you, and 2, to make a point not to do this dumb shit. So you're part of history, baby. You're part of history. And you got a good story.
You know it.
I mean, it's still it's a nightmare, but it's still funny as shit.
Yeah, it's just one of those stories that just keeps you up at like 3 a.m. You remember that it happened. It's like, oh my god.
I yell it out. When I think of those awkward, like, shoot your shot misses, I'll be in the bed, it'll be 3 in the morning, I go, ah! And I just fucking go back over. You gotta eat it. It's what life is. But you also have to understand that no one's thinking about that anymore.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the one thing that gets me to sleep, where I'm just like, she probably doesn't even fucking remember my name. Like, whatever.
Exactly.
But, hey, good story, man. I appreciate you calling in. Bless your heart.
Yeah, thanks so much, man. Hey, I appreciate all of your channels. They're all so funny.
Thank you so much. Don't talk about the Saint one, though.
All right, that's fine. I won't do that.
Bless your heart. No such thing as a Satan account. Finally caught a stream. Welcome in, brother. We got a good viewership today, too. 300, about that. 279, whatever, fuck it. And we just hit 20,000 followers. And if you're a big fan, I would appreciate the Patreon. You don't got to sub here, but Patreon, you get exclusive Discord shout-outs. We play games together on a special 3rd stream every week. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. Okay.
Call from
Curtis.
Curtis, how you doing, bud?
Hey, sucker. Need your help.
Sure. What can I do for you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
So, been friends with this chick for a while. Started to like her.
Wait, wait. You gotta get close. You're a little fuzzy. You gotta get closer.
My bad. Been into this chick for a while. I've been friends with, right?
Right.
But I gotta stop liking her.
Right.
How do I stop liking her?
Bro, I have you watched the show before?
No.
I
see TikTok clips.
This has got to be #1 most asked question. And it's tough, but there's no off switch, and it ruins friendships. But as a man, there's no off switch, my guy. And it's gonna be there's an off switch, which is walking away for about 6 months to a year, and then once you've moved on, you can be friends with them again. But you have the flu, and you keep sleeping on the same dirty pillow, and you keep reinfecting yourself every night. By spending time with them, those feelings aren't gonna fade. There's no pinching yourself or drinking a magic potion. Your brain's hooked, stuck on that serotonin dump every time she shows up, and she's the sunshine of your life. It's just how it goes.
The comical part about the story, right? The reason why I have to stop is because she's not into guys.
Because she's what?
Not into guys.
She's a lesbian and you have a fucking crush on her?
Yeah.
Well, that's easier, because you know it's never going to be an option. It's not like she doesn't like you.
Fair.
And you're not going to fucking... You're not a... There's no hunk in the world that can change a lesbian into a bi woman or a straight woman. Like, you're not going to be able to sneak your way in there. It's not like a fucking... You know what I mean? There's no chance. There's no chance. It's not like you have to worry about, like, maybe if I stick around long enough, she'll change her mind. She's a lesbian. Lesbian's gonna les, brother. There's nothing you can do about that.
I think what makes it worse is that she's told me that if she were straight, she would get with me.
Yeah, they all say that, though. Every kid who calls in about a lesbian, they say, like, oh, I would date you, I'm just a lesbian. They all say that, because that's what they would do. They don't have any... They see you as, like, a best friend, and in their mind, you want to date your best friend, but they're just not attracted to you physically. So, of course, they would date you. You're a great guy. But it's just you have a penis, and they're not into that.
Got it. Appreciate it, fellas.
No problem, dog. Have a good one.
You have a good one.
I've called 107 times. Well, keep on ringing. The phones are lighting up. See?
Call from
Sean.
John. Sean? How do you say your name?
Oh, yeah, that's me. Sean.
Sean. Okay, what can I do for you, bud?
Yes. Well, I've been trying to get on the stream for a bit, so I'm a little excited about that.
Are you the kid who called 107 times?
No, that's not me.
Okay, all right.
Feel bad for him.
Well, what can I do for you, bud?
So, there's this girl I dated a while ago. I think it was about 6 months ago. And it was pretty serious, but, you know, I broke it off and I'd moved on.
Right.
And then me and my friend had gone to see, you know, believe it or not, Minions Rise of Gru. And her best friend was there.
Okay.
And her best friend was with my best friend who I was with, and they were all over each other.
Okay.
And it immediately reminded me of that entire previous relationship and brought all of the feelings back.
Right.
And I am wondering, how do I approach her and message her again? Because it's been so long.
Well,
I do not know how to do it.
I thought you were going to say, how do I stop feeling like this? You're going back for it?
Well, yeah, I am.
I mean, I'm not... Hey, this shit happens. I think it's, you know, it's generally not a good idea, but how old are you?
15.
All right, yeah, fuck it. Who cares? You know, you learn from your mistakes. Just... Hey, I've been thinking about you a bunch. Just be honest. I mean, there's no lies you can tell that are going to make the situation better. If you go in with full honesty and she's not into it, well, at least you went in with full honesty. You don't got to backtrack on some dumb lie you made up. Just go in, say, like, hey, listen, like, your friend and my friend were, you know, getting touchy-feely at the movie theater, and, you know, I was just thinking about you. Just brought up some old feelings, and I just wanted to see how you were doing. Rekindle that flame. Whatever used to work with you might work again.
Okay.
Just be honest. Honesty is the best policy in these situations.
All right.
All right. Bless your heart, my son.
All right. Thank you, Father.
Bye. Let's go watch that shit burn. Crash and burn. Best time to call is when you hear the call is winding down. Van knows. Thank you for the call tips. No problem, Claude the Frog. That's a dope username.
Yeah, okay, I got in.
Yes.
Rad.
Are you the kid who called 107 times?
I don't know if it's 107, but it's a lot.
All right. Well, what can I do for you, bud?
Okay. So this is a bit of a breakup story. It's a short story.
Okay.
So I was dating this girl back. It started in like January of this year, and it was going great until around the time that prom happened, like May-ish. And then I realized that something was happening, and like she was losing interest in some way, and I knew that something was going wrong or going on the entire time. And I asked her multiple times. I tried to be communicative, and she lied every single time, saying that nothing was wrong until like right before the last week of school. And then she said that like throughout all of the lying, it just turned out she wasn't interested in me anymore, and that she was aromantic. So I had spent like 4 months in that relationship, and it turns out that she didn't even have romantic feelings for me, and she was just confused the whole time. So now I'm stuck in this situation to where I've mostly recovered now, right? But I'm very terrified once school starts, because I'm thinking, and it's from what I've heard from other people, that like if you break up just before the start of summer, all of those feelings that you had that you recovered from over the summer just come right back because you see them again, like in the halls.
Yeah.
And I also, while I have recovered emotionally, I still think about her, and I still think about our relationship every single day. And I was just wondering, like, do you know anything that could help me, like, forget about all of that stuff, so I'm more prepped once school starts again and less emotionally unstable?
Right. Okay. So first of all, you haven't recovered. Let's just get that out and forward. Like, you haven't, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing, but lying to yourself isn't going to help. You're like, yeah, I'm completely over her, but I do think about her every minute of every day, and that's kind of an issue. Like, you haven't recovered, but it hasn't been that long at all, my guy. Like, that's something that kids your age don't understand. Like, these kind of things take at least a year, and it hasn't even been 3 months, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, you're in deep, and like you're lucky because you haven't seen her. Like, that's why I always suggest is run away. But those feelings are going to come back once you see her, and it's going to hurt a lot. The first month of school is going to be tough for you, but be prepared. You know all these things are going to happen. Be prepared, mentally prepared. Like, things are going to suck for a little bit. Breakups suck. They're one of the worst parts about being a human is breakups. But one, you can understand that she's whatever you said, aromantic. Like, that's just her. You didn't get broken up with because she lost interest in you. I hope. And it's one of those situations where it's the same thing with the kid with the lesbian thing. Like, well, she's just not into anyone. She's not into you.
Right.
She just feels like she can't do it, and that's fine. But in the sense of things, stop thinking about her all the time, like, that's going to happen over time. I always bring it up, but my teacher, Mr. Brown, and I wonder if he would be happy I keep talking about him. But my teacher, Mr. Brown, he was a scripture teacher because I went to Catholic all-boys school. But he brought up a thing about when you get married, you don't suddenly, your brain doesn't shut off every other romantic situation. It's the fact that you see someone while you're married and they're beautiful and attractive and funny and witty and you like them a lot. There's no off switch. There's no like, oh, well, I'm married to my wife. Like, no, you'll start falling in love with someone else.
Yeah.
Just got to turn away and run. And when the more space you put between them and that person, the more you'll be able to heal. You can heal while staring into her deep blue eyes, whatever the fuck color her eyes have. It's just going to take 5.5 years. The more time you distance yourself, the more your body will be able to heal. The more your brain will be able to heal.
Yeah. I guess it is lucky that it is the summer, so I have at least another month or so before I have to deal with any of that.
What year are you in? Are you going to be a senior?
I'm going to be a senior, yeah.
Okay, this is the time, the prime time of your life, quote Daft Punk, and this is like, you're learning mistakes, you're learning heartbreak, you're like, things are going to happen so fast, there's going to be so many pivotal parts of your life that's going to happen this next year, and then it's going to mean nothing because you're going to go to college, or maybe you're not going to go to college, but you're going to get a real boy job, you're going to have money, you're going to be cruising around, you're going to be going to bars, you're going to be an idiot. Like, understand that this is going to feel really big, and it is big. I don't want to diminish your feelings, but then the real shit hits, and then you realize that little bubble you were living in for a long time didn't really matter. So just have fun. Anytime you're really down in the dumps, just realize another 5 months and I'll be living it up in, I don't know, Vermont, wherever the fuck you end up going. All right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Thank you.
No problem, dog. Bless your heart.
You too. Thank you.
Oh, I said thank you again. If you're still listening, I appreciate you with the double thank you. Didn't mean to hang up on you while you were talking. This is just as entertaining. I'm having a good day today. I'm not going to lie. This is a good stream. We have almost 400 people. We have 400,000 people watching right now. Can you believe that? What's the population of America? That's got to be at least 20%.
Call from
Cullen.
Cullen?
Hello?
How do you spell your name?
Cullen.
I've never heard of that name before. I thought you just mispronounced Colin. All right. What up, Colin?
Not much. I just found you on TikTok and started watching a stream, and I just had a question for you.
Sure, go ahead.
So, just to lay some background, I'm a race car driver, right?
No, we're not going to pass over that. What do you mean you're a race car driver?
So basically, imagine a go-kart, but like with a body over it.
Oh, word.
And I drive those in circles.
So it's like NASCAR, kind of, not like Indy?
Yeah. It's like a NASCAR. It's a Auto Advanced Series.
Dope. All right, cool. All right, go ahead.
And basically, for the longest time, whenever I started, I've had the rule where I don't date people that go to the track.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a buddy who is on the same team as me, and he's starting to do the same thing. He's starting to date people who go there. And the reason I don't do that is because if you break up, you still got to see them every other weekend.
Yep.
So I was wondering if that was a good rule. Like if I should keep to that or just throw it away.
How old are you?
I'm 14.
Okay, yeah. It's a fantastic rule. The term is, and it's funny because did you come up with this rule by yourself?
Yeah.
This is something it takes a lot of people to realize, but the term is, I'm going to say it in a friendly way, don't crap where you eat. You'll hear people say that. In the sense, like, don't date your office buddy, or don't date, like even in school. Like, of course you have to date in school because that's when you're going to meet people, but once you break up and then you have to see them in the halls every day, it's a nightmare. So it's the only time you can crap where you eat is once you're an adult and it's very hard to meet new people. Like, you're like 27 and you haven't, like, you're out of college, and then you can start crapping where you eat because you have no really other options. But you're being really smart about this. Don't crap where you eat. It's not worth it.
All right. Thank you very much.
No problem, dog. Have a good one.
You too. Thank you.
I cut off a thank you again. God damn it. Call from
Matteo.
What's your name?
Matteo.
Matteo, what can I do for you, bud?
All right. I called in a couple of times. You recently posted me on your TikTok. Do you remember that?
What was the story?
Okay. I think you will remember if I tell you like how I called and said you make miracles happen.
Oh yeah. I remember you, bud.
Yeah. Okay. So I need advice about giving advice. All right. So basically, I have a friend. Right. He's really short. He's only like 5'1". And basically, like for the past year, he's always been like, "Oh, I'm so lonely. No girls ever gonna like me." And I was done with it. Right.
Right.
So basically, a friend of a friend, she's like really cool, and she plays the same niche video game he does and stuff. And I told her his height, and she's like, "Okay, I have his number." So I'm like, "Okay, bet." So I gave her his number, and like they started texting and stuff. But the problem is he can't text for anything. He has never talked to a girl before. So every 4 seconds, this dude calls me. It's like, "Matteo, what do I say? What do I say?" And I'm like, "But I don't, be you, just be you, you know what? Because I don't want to like be this dude's lifeline, right?"
Yeah.
But then when I say that, he's like, "Okay, I'm just going to give up. I'm just going to give up." I'm like, what the heck? And like, in the past, a girl has rejected him by saying like he'll never be good enough for her because of his height and stuff, which is just fucked up.
Devastating, yeah.
Yeah. So ever since then, he's been like this. And, like, I don't know whether I should just, like, let this dude give up, but he doesn't want to give up, and I want to see my friend happy. Or should I, like, snort line a coke in order to manage the energy to keep going, because it's zapping my energy so much.
Yeah. That's
Father,
exhausting. That's exhausting. I've been in that situation before, and you want to be a good friend, but first, you know that term, like, God only helps people who help themselves?
Yeah.
First of all, that's not in the Bible. That's some bullshit. That's not even what Christianity's all about. But regardless, it's kind of that situation, because we are not dealing with a kid who can't talk to girls. We're dealing with a kid who has the lowest self-esteem. That's the base root of it. It's not like he's hitting you up not because he doesn't know what to say to girls. It's because he doesn't think he knows what to say to girls. So we need to focus on getting that self-esteem up, which comes by, like, really hitting it off with a girl. It comes by working out, making yourself look good, feeling good about yourself, learning a hobby. We have to get him to mentally think he's worth it in order to go there.
Yeah.
So I know, like, that's going to be impossible for you, and he keeps hitting you up about the girls and shit, but, like, sideswipe and be like, listen, bro, you're worth it. And I don't know how many times I have to tell you you're worth it, but let's make you feel like you're worth it. Like, I will do anything you need to do. But this girl's into you, dog. You both play Genshin Impact, whatever the fuck he's playing. Like, that's 90% of the battle is shared interest. And he's short, and she doesn't give a shit. I'm short. I've been short my whole fucking life, and I've got it done. You just got to get through it, dog. You just have to have the confidence.
Father, you said it's, like, not that he doesn't know how to talk to girls. I think you're wrong about that, because he doesn't know. He doesn't use emojis. He's talked to dudes the entire life, over texting. You've texted a dude. It's terrible. It's not interesting. It's the most, like, bare bones conversation.
Right.
And also, this man is the most fit man I've ever met in my life.
Shit.
He is the best person on our wrestling team. He went to states and stuff. He is oh my gosh, he's fit. He could kill me, and I'm like 100 pounds heavier than him. And it's just like, oh my god, I really don't want to mess this up, because it took me so long to help him find this girl, and she is really, really attractive. And and literally, you said, like, prove to him, like, the girl's interested. She sent me a message saying, like, this dude is the love of my life. He watches the same shows I do. And I showed him it. Like, I screenshotted it because I was done. And I showed him it, and he's like, okay. And I'm like, yeah, so you can talk to her now without me? He's like, no, I'm not good enough. I'm like, oh, my God.
Dude, you got to, at one point, you got to sink or swim. Push him in the fucking pool. Cut him off for, like, a day. Be like, dude, figure it out. Is she dating you or is she dating me? That's the question. Like, what are you going to do when you finally meet and you don't have a fucking parrot to talk on your shoulder for you? Like, he has to understand that, like, she's killing it. He's killing it. Like, there's no messing up. There's no messing up. If he messes up by being himself, then she wasn't into him in the first place. Like, and that's fine. You'll find another woman. He could twist any dude doing a pretzel. He's going to states for wrestling. He'll figure it the fuck out. But you just gotta cut him off a little bit. You gotta let him try and, because once he realizes he can do it by himself, he'll be fine. He's just stuck.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Thank you very much, Father.
No problem.
All right, bye now.
Kids these days, boy howdy. Hey, kitty. Hey. Come here. Come up. No. He's a 10, but he has self-esteem problems. Oh, I got rated! I've never been rated before. Marshall does Switch at the party of 8. Thank you so much. Why didn't anyone say anything that I got rated? Now I feel like an asshole. How long ago was that? And I got a sub. Thank you, Marshall, for the raid. I appreciate that. That was 2 minutes ago. I hope you guys are still here. I feel so bad. Holy shit. Timeless Child, thank you for the sub. Instead of giving money to Twitch, perhaps give money to Patreon. You get more benefits out of it. I gotta answer this goddamn call. No! Fuck! I hit the wrong goddamn button! Welcome everybody who's raiding. Clearly I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. Sorry to the person who called. Sorry for hanging up on you. We said something. Thank you for the raid, my guy. How did you find me? Did I raid you before? How is this happening?
Call from
Maddie.
Maddie, how we doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. What can I do for you?
All right. So I have a little story for you.
Uh-huh.
And so let me start off with this dude. I met him in band, right? I know.
Yeah, we've made some statements about band kids in the past, that and theater kids, so we're starting strong.
Well, see, he's my senior. He graduated this year, right? So I know.
Wait, no.
Bad.
I don't know, you just said that. I haven't heard that term from a person who's not over 70 years old. He's blank years your senior is what you're saying?
He's so I'm 14, right?
Right.
I know this sounds bad. I'm sorry.
And he's 18, 19?
18.
Okay. I don't
in my defense, okay, hold on. In my defense, he was 17 at the time. Okay.
And you were 13.
No, I was still 14.
Okay.
My birthday's before his.
Regardless.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't be laughing.
Well, what? I don't. Bad. Don't. What are you doing?
I know. When I get nervous, I laugh.
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying to the whole situation you're talking about. Don't back out.
Oh, yeah. Yes, I know. It's been off and on. All right.
Off. No on. Off. Off. Back out. Manipulation.
Yeah.
Terribleness. Bad. You're gonna look back on this in 2 years and realize what the fuck was going on. What are you doing?
I know. That's what
everyone's saying.
So, yes. Because his friends are my friends, you know.
Sure.
And that's kind of how we met. And then since we did band together, every Friday we would be together right at football games. And he sat right behind me too. So I mean, we chatted at the football games.
Okay.
So
listen, no, before we continue, I'm not saying that you're doing anything wrong.
Yes.
But he's not going to stop because he's a POS, and you need to back out before you get hurt.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, okay. So we're not talking at this moment.
Or ever again?
Hopefully never again. My parents don't like him anyway.
No shit!
I'm sorry.
There's nothing. You gotta have some foresight here. This is, you will find someone your age. This is stupid. You're being dumb. This is not good.
Yes, you're completely correct.
But
yet
you talk like you're gonna continue.
I don't want to. That's the thing. Is I don't want to continue because he's dating one of my friends right now.
How old is your friend?
My friend just turned 16.
This guy is going to be on the news soon. You just got to delete his number. Block him on everything.
So he has me blocked on almost everything except for Facebook and Snapchat.
Okay, you do your part now. Block him on those two things.
I have blocked him on both things, but it's I'll be sitting there, you know, and just thinking, and I'll be like, wow, he's wow, you know, and then I'll be like, I don't know, I kind of want to talk to him again. Because, he makes me feel good about myself.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, like a manipulator would.
Makes me feel... Oh, but,
I don't want to diminish what being 14-year-old is all about, but making a 14-year-old self-esteem boost, not that friggin' hard. I do it every day on this show, all right? You're being manipulated. Please. I don't even want to talk about this anymore. Understand.
I'm sorry.
No, it's not your fault. I'm glad you called me so I could tell you, stop it. You're going to look back on this when you're 18 and fucking lose your mind that this happened. Like, it's...
I know.
Stop
Like,
saying I know
I
because
have-
you don't know because you keep wanting to do it. Just move on. It's talk to another boy. Use another boy as a scapegoat. I don't even care. Break a kid's heart. Just get out of there.
No, okay, so one time during school, since he had me blocked and everything, I was mad at him. And I had my friends text him on Instagram and be like, I love children. And he blocked them all.
Yeah.
And then his girlfriend at the time got mad at me. And I was like, what? It's true. You're like literally 15.
And you're younger than her.
Yeah, true.
Okay?
But I'm about to be 15 anyways.
Oh, congratulations. You're an adult. No, you're fucking not. You're a kid. And that's bad. So, just...
So true.
Pull out. Not worth it. All right?
All right.
All right. Bless your heart. Oh, my God, bless your heart.
Thank you.
Welcome, Raiders. Timeless Child, thank you for the sub. I think I already said that. My fucking God.
Call from
Quinn.
Quinn, you're not the guy that girl's talking to, right?
No.
What can I do for you, bud?
Okay. I have a story, and then I could use some advice after the story.
Sure.
So, I has been friends with this girl for probably 3 years now, and 2 years ago, we had talked about dating, and she and me kind of agreed. We were both just like, we're young, we don't need to date each other. Let's just be friends. And so we've had our up and down in our relationship. And this last year, I was really into her, but I never really said anything to her.
Right.
We just continued to be friends. And after a really long while, I realized that every time she was not texting me for a while, or like, doing things that just like, nothing that was horrible, but things that would just like get on my nerves a little bit, it really stuck with me.
Right.
And so after a while of this, I realized that she has not been not just not talking to me at all, but just really been rude to me behind my back and a bunch of different stuff. And I still am really into her, and I don't know what to do at this point.
Have you had a girlfriend before?
Yes.
How did that one go?
Not good at all.
Was she terrible to you?
Yes.
Okay, so here's the pattern, and here's what I'm going to tell you. It's not the fact that you're not worth it, it's the fact that you're used to it.
Okay.
In the sense that, like, there are so many stories, and it's a lot of girls I've talked to on the show, too, but, like, they're like, yeah, like, he treats me like shit, but I just like him. You're like, yeah, because you don't know what good people are. You don't know what a good relationship can be. And once you walk out of this, and you're not losing anything, that's what you got to understand. Your self-worth's worth more than this relationship. And if you walk out of this and back out, one huge power move. Gonna boost your confidence and make her realize she's a piece of shit for doing what she's doing. So you back out, you say, hey, listen, I'm worth more than this. And don't let her try and talk, like the manipulators will always try and talk their way back into your heart. Just drop the phone, play a little Fortnite, whatever the fuck you gotta do, eat some ice cream, and go back to your phone maybe in a day, maybe a day or two, text her, be like, hey, don't worry about it. I'm moved on, whatever. And then focus on getting... Maybe you won't have another girlfriend for a while, but you will have one that's going to treat you right at one point in your life, and it's not worth sticking around someone just to have them.
So I've been kind of doing that where I just kind of distance myself a little bit because I have been watching your streams a little bit. I know you tell everybody just kind of distance yourself for a little bit.
Right. But this is different.
So I've been doing well, true, I understand. She's not the nicest person. I fully understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
So I've been doing that. The problem is she's friends with a lot of my other friends.
Uh-huh.
So to hang out with anybody is to at least if she doesn't get invited, it's just somebody will understandably bring her up at some point in conversation. And so it's really hard for me to distance myself from her without distancing myself from all of my friends. So what is your do I distance myself completely and just say like don't hang out with that friend group and just try to find a new friend group? Or what should I do? Because it is the summer. It's hard to hang out with new people.
Well, yeah. First of all, what year are you?
I am going into sophomore year.
Oh, okay, my God, you're so young. So the situation you're in is, one, it's not even, this is not the same thing as, like, distancing yourself to make yourself stop having the feelings. Like, you gotta have to tell yourself and tell your friends, like, oh, yeah, she's not great. Like, it's not a matter of me, like, oh, I still really like her, and can you guys stop talking about her? Just like, yeah, she's not a good person. Like, we should understand that. Like, are you guys cool with how she was treating me? Because I've talked about this before too. I don't know if you've brought this up. In my old boys' school, I jumped ship on 2 different friend groups before I found the one that was worth it for me. I'm not saying you have to do that, but if they all are okay with the way you got treated and they don't see you as a victim, what's up with that? You know?
Okay, yeah.
Something worth talking about. And listen, high school, like, there's so many funny memes about it where, like, your friend group freshman year is this big. You can't see me because it's on delay, but I'm holding up my hands pretty far apart. It's this big, then it gets smaller, then it gets smaller, and then you're down to, like, the five Goombas, the 5 big boys that are your homies, and they'll stick around you. I went to an all-boys school, but there's girls can be mixed in there too. But I'm just saying, like, I left high school. My best friend in high school is my best friend right now. He's my roommate. He moved out to Chicago for me. We're just chilling. Not gay. If we could be, we would be. But that's how it is. Like, you will find the snakes in the grass and you will mow them. And if that's what it takes, that's what it takes. But don't think it's end all be all if your friends leave you because this girl was mean to you. That's not your friend then.
Okay.
In that case.
Got it. Okay, thank you so much.
No problem, dog. Have a good one.
You too.
I'm a year older than this guy. He sounds like he could be younger. Be a young teacher. Yeah, I know. Call from.
Call from.
My name's Andrew.
Andrew?
Oh, finally.
Is this the Andrew?
Yep, it's the Andrew.
What up, bud?
A lot. How you been, man?
I've been Gucci. What can I trouble you for?
Well, Allie already called in.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, she didn't say anything bad about you, dog.
I mean, yeah. I mean, there's not much bad to say about me. I'm just that guy, you know? that's a joke. I'm not that guy.
But I mean, like, you aired out some dirty laundry. She aired out her dirty laundry. And it seems like both sides of this, things are working out. It doesn't seem that bad.
Yeah. You know, I had a line that was, like, going through my head, like, when I first was going to call in. I was like, man, I'm going to say, forgive me, Father, for I've told my story terribly.
Ah! Well, she let me know. Well, it wasn't. It was pretty similar. I mean, it was just one side of the story. It wasn't. I don't think it was terribly, but you said how you felt. It's not like you smeared her in any way.
Yeah. So chat's going wild right now.
Yeah. Well, you're the homie. You're the main event.
For real.
Well, bro, go fucking talk to Allie. Go hang out with her.
I'm kind of scared to, you know.
Why am I playing carrier pigeon for 2 children? What do you mean?
That's a great question.
Talk to her.
No. It's like all my friends hate her. Like with the burning passion, they all hate her.
Yeah, because she's a girl. And you're what, 15?
15, 16. I'm actually 16.
Whatever. Who cares? Who cares? Don't bring her around. But who cares?
Yeah.
Seriously.
So you're just hang out with her?
Yes, hang out with her.
All right.
But like I said, she was kind of throwing you through a tizzy. That's probably why your friends hate her, because her emotions were a little and she didn't know what she was feeling. But call her out on that. Make sure she calls herself out on that, and we all communicate and we all move on. Things get better. People grow.
See, the original plan was to like try to see if you can merge calls.
I can't do that with this.
You can't do that?
No.
Man, she's doing something right now anyway, so she's busy.
That would be fun. Maybe I'll look into that. But
yeah, you should definitely try to do that.
I would, if it happens, you both DM me on Instagram and I'll figure it out. All right?
Absolutely.
All right, bud. Go get it done. Bless your heart.
All right. Love you, Father.
Love you too, bud. This show is taking years off my life. I'm going to have gray hair by the end of this.
Call from.
Ronald.
Ronald, what can I do for you, bud?
Hey, how's it going?
Good.
First off, I want to say you're doing some of God's work to some of these people on here.
Damn straight. That's what I like to hear.
I'm calling in. It's going to be a little different for you. I've got a question about jobs.
Sure.
So I'm a bit older. I'm 23.
I'm 25,
and,
so we're good.
Okay. The reason I'm calling in is because I needed somebody who doesn't know me to help me.
For sure. All right.
I'll try to make this quick because I know there's a lot of people calling. In high school, I was looking for a job, put somebody down on my resume, and they asked me to bring them the resume so they could look at it before I started handing it to people. He ended up giving me a job on the spot. Worked with this guy through high school, family-owned business, absolutely awesome. Had a work accident with them. They actually promoted me after I was able to get back to work.
Okay.
Started, graduated high school, started going to college, wasn't working out, so I ended up going to trade school. While I was at school, my boss, former boss, would call me once a week, and then halfway through my trade program, he offered me a full-time position.
Damn.
For my age, it's a very nice job. I'm making decent money for my age. It's what people strive to get, but I'm not happy.
Yeah.
So when I tell my friends and family and all these figures in my life, hey, I'm thinking about doing this, they're all telling me I'm an idiot for wanting to do that.
Okay.
So I don't know. I need to hear from somebody.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a salesman for this company, so my hours are real lenient. I get a lot of benefits.
But sales is a bitch.
Yes, I'm doing well in it. When I pick up customers, they really like me. I'm a technical person.
What are you selling?
So I'm in the welding supply industry.
Okay.
So that's a broad term because I sell from everybody from fabrication shops to we actually do a lot of medical sales also.
Ooh, that's big money.
So, but it's not what I want to do. I'm not happy with it, and I want to go find another job. And with sales and the way the economy is too, it's kind of like I don't know what to do.
So here's what I'll tell you. There's nothing better than applying for jobs you don't need. Nothing better in the world. Don't quit your job, but always, I would say this to anyone, even if you have the dream job, at least twice a year, send out your resume to jobs that you might want something a little bit more out of. There's no loyalty. This is going to sound communist as shit, but there's no loyalty to companies to me in the sense that, like, if you die tomorrow, they'll have someone else in that chair. They don't really care that much. And in the sense... Okay.
I 100% agree.
Yep.
I've actually tried to leave before, and the company, the family sat down with me and said, well, what would it take you to stay? And I was like, well, it'll take this. And they came to that. And now it's been, I don't know, almost a year now. And it's kind of like, well, I'm still wanting to leave.
So you are talking to someone who used to be a recruiter. So this is crazy because we know about that. You know what like a recruiter does?
Right. Yes, sir.
So thanks for calling me, sir. You're so Southern. But in terms of in terms of recruitment, we always say like I go to Apple and I poach a programmer, right? I say like, hey, listen, things are going great at Apple, but I got a better job for you. Would you just apply? Just interview? And when you do that, and they say, okay, I'll take the job. Companies like Apple or these small companies like the family company you're working for, they'll always give you they'll give you an offer to stay. But it's always never, like if you look at the amount of people who take that offer and stay, 90% of the time they end up leaving too. Just because, like, it's not why you were leaving, and even if it is, they're just giving you that extra amount, one, to, like, figure shit out before you leave, or two, find a replacement for you before your time's up. So I'm not saying that's what they're doing, but I'm saying it's kind of, the situation in terms of they're just keeping you around because they need to figure out before you leave what's going on. But like I said, keep the job. The job's fine. But I'm saying just throw your resume out there to jobs you really want, think you'd be really good at, and if you get the job, give them the 2 weeks. That's how it is. Money's money, a job's a job. Don't feel bad about leaving a job. That's stupid.
So I don't necessarily feel bad about the company because you're right. There's always somebody else, and I bet there's a lot of people that can do what I do even better than me.
Right.
But it's just all my family and friends are like, you can't do that. Like you're that'd be like job suicide almost.
Have you ever heard this?
And
No, go ahead.
I've had the term to take a job, and I turned it down because everybody was telling me not to take it.
Are you familiar with Billy Joel?
Yeah.
You know the song My Life?
Not right off the top of my head.
I don't care what you say anymore. This is
Oh, yep,
my
yep.
life. Go listen to that
Yep,
song
exactly.
3 times in a row and realize what's important. If you're not happy, who gives a shit? And maybe they'll make fun of you for a year. Maybe they'll make fun of you for 3 years. But you'll be happy. Whatever.
Yep.
It's not, and I have a very close-knit family. Every time I come home and I put on a couple pounds, it's immediate ribbing. Every time I get a new job or if I get fired, immediate, like, giving me shit. You should have done this. You should have done that. A bunch of woulda, coulda, shouldas. And that's just okay, but it's my life. If I want to go smoke crack on the street, I won't. But if I want to, hope you're worried for me. Like, this is what life is. They think they're doing the nicest thing they can, and they're trying to help you. But at the end of the day, it's your life, and you know what's best for you.
Well, I greatly appreciate it. Like I said, you're helping out a lot of, sounds like youngsters on the stream.
Yeah, pretty young people. That's not how this started, but this is how it's going. So, this is, I mean, hey, they're the ones who need it the most, right?
Yep.
All right, my guy. I wish you the best of luck. I really think you're going to get this done, all right?
Greatly appreciate you. Thank
Bless
you.
your heart. All right, we got time for one more. Got to skedaddle a little bit earlier today. The blue logo by your name, it says artist. I don't know what that is. You're an artist. You are, so. Yeah, sales, you never get higher.
Call from.
My name is Tanner.
Hi, Tanner. How you doing, bud?
Hey.
What can I do for you?
Just gonna make this clear, Father. I'm gonna be converting for this conversation because I'm Jewish, so just gonna make this clear.
Okay. Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad. What's going on?
So I need a little bit of advice on something.
Sure.
So I have an intent, and I'm not really happy about this. I'm kind of shameful, but I sometimes do lie to girls, and I have gotten better at it, but I still want to get rid of that. Does that make sense?
Oh, you've gotten better at not lying. I thought you were saying you got better at lying.
No. I've got better at not lying.
Well, what are you lying about?
It kind of depends on the conversation. Sometimes I might write the story a little bit different than what it was. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Listen.
So, yeah, okay.
Bro, that's humanity. How old are you?
I'm 14.
Okay. The best class I ever took in my life was a class called Deception, and it was taught by a teacher called Tim Cole, and he was he went to the White House and shit. Like he's a master of deception, right? And one of the classes, one of the assignments we had is we all got these little, those little they look like cow notebooks. You know what I'm talking about? The ones that have like that weird.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
He gave us the little ones, and he said every time you lie for a week, write it in there. Just write whatever. And you're like, okay. And most people say like, well, I'm just not gonna lie for a week. And it is by day 3 that book is full. You don't realize how often you lie until you make note of it. Humans lie. It's not wrong to lie as long as you're not doing it to manipulate and you're not doing it to like hurt people. Like every time you go to Starbucks, how you doing today, sir? Good. You're not doing good. You just failed your math test or whatever. Or, you're telling a story. You want to embellish it a little bit. You want to make it worth listening to. So you add a little flavor in there. Who the hell's going to know? That's humanity. Humans lie all the time. But as long as you're not doing it to hurt people, and as long as these lies aren't so big that they're going to come back and bite you in the ass one day, it's not something to be too worried about.
Thank you, Father. That helped actually really a lot.
But listen to that last part I said. Don't say like, oh, today I saw Brad Pitt on the subway. Like that. Don't fucking do that. Don't make something up out your ass. But say like you saw a car crash and they got into an argument and they didn't say a lot, but you could say, and then he said, fuck you, and it's that. Excuse me. You can embellish a little bit. That's fine. It really is fine.
Yeah, I don't lie that big. It's just more, if I look back at it, I just oh, I lied a little bit right there, or, I lied there. So I was just
everyone does that.
Trying to fix it up.
Everyone does that, and the ones who don't, I don't know. God help them. They don't know how to tell a story.
They're lying. They're lying.
Exactly. People who say they don't lie are lying. Also, last thing before I let you go, I learned in the deception class that cheating on your spouse, that was a big part of the class. And you know how animals mate for life? Like people say swans mate for life.
Mhm.
The study they did to prove that in the 90s, they redid it in the 2000s, and they found that the swans weren't mating for life. The men were just cheating on their swan wives so well that they deceived the study. They deceived the scientists who were watching it, which I just find to be an amazing fact. Nothing to do with what you're talking about, but I just wanted to bring that up.
Yeah.
All right.
That's actually pretty funny.
All right, go out.
Thank you, Father.
You're doing fine, bud. Bless your heart. There we go. It's okay to lie. It really is. Just don't be an asshole about it. Better late than never. We're about to end, pimp. Lying to impress people. Exactly. Maybe just telling a fun little story and you add a little flavor. Who are we rating today? Should we rate someone with 20,000 viewers? Oh, this guy is a... I don't know. One sec. Okay. Okay, that's a full-grown adult. I'm not doing that. It was a VTuber, but he's like got all the puppy pals in the background. I don't like the vibes of that too much. So we're gonna keep on scrolling. Here we go. This person looks nice. Looks energetic enough. So I will see you guys on Friday. Father, can I call you Father Fragrance? Why would you do that? You can. I don't know why you do that, though. Oh, we're going to get 100 people? Let's go!